It's Capo FC football coming at you live here from San Juan Capistrano, California, here in the Lions Den at J. Sarah High School, as Capo FC ready to host the Arizona Monsoon FC. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Alex Naveca. It's an absolute pleasure to be a part of your Saturday evening wherever you may be, as we take a look at two NISA West Conference opponents about to duke it out here in San Juan Capistrano, as Capo FC in the tables currently sitting third, and Arizona Monsoon right behind Capo FC in the standings. So Capo being back at home after taking a road loss against the LA Force in a shutout 2-0 in that match. As we take a look at the starting lineups for both of the teams here today, as Capo FC, a couple of changes here for their starting 11. Nate King being the goalkeeper here today. Shockey, a familiar face. Marco Cervantes getting the start here today. Eric Ornelas also going to get the start here tonight, as Coach Peter Carey, the head coach here for Capo FC, playing with the 4-5-1 formation, here tonight, as we take a look at the starting 11 here for the Arizona Monsoon, as the keeper here will be Derek Hatcher, and head coach here will be Carlos Padilla for Arizona Monsoon, also rocking the 4-5-1 formation here for the Monsoon. So trying to see and look for their very first win in their first year of NISA action in the National Independent Soccer Association, along with Capo FC in their first year of being with NISA. And just as a reminder, Zara is the official soccer ball sponsor of the National Independent Soccer Association, as Capo FC looking to try to keep up with some of the top dogs here in the West Coast Conference, and the LA Force, along with Irvine Seda FC, a new franchise here in the National Independent Soccer Association. Last year, they were, actually 2 years ago, better said, referred to as the Cal United Strikers. So Capo trying to do what they can to be back on the win column against the LA Force. It was a match, a very good one, as the ball will roll, and we have opening kickoff underway. As for the latest scores, stats, standings, and news, visit nisasoccer.com. And Capo FC will open things up with the ball first. It's Arizona rocking the white kits here tonight, and Capo FC rocking the home navy blues that they wear every so often here. Already trying to move the ball around of sorts. Keep playing on it, going up with the left wing. There's the cross, and stopped easily by Derek Hatcher, the keeper. Defenders for Capo, Shockey, Cervantes, Ornelas, and Russell. The midfielders, Sams Segal, Montes, Chavez, and the striker is Goose Chavez. And there comes Capo FC again. A couple of things that Coach Pete Carey is really emphasizing on is the spreading out of minutes from his roster. Players been wanting to get it up on some of their minutes, so Coach Peter Carey deciding to give some opportunities, and of course trying to give some of the regular starters some minutes, some resting minutes, that is. Allow other players, and it gives him an opportunity to look at some other faces for Capo FC. Long through ball was essentially trying to look for his man. Trying to look for Ari Claro. Good work there for Hatcher, already trying to get rid of the ball. Being very quick with the countless amount of pressure that Capo FC is applying here today. Again, good defensive work here for Arizona. Quick throw in, Capo FC. They've kept the ball here on their offensive side. Throw in, stay here with Capo. Sterling Russell, who's playing as one of the defenders here for Capo FC. Loose ball, bit of a swing and a miss there for Arizona Monsoon. And here they come, trying to come up on the counter attack. Some contact from behind, and they are going to get that yellow. I was just about to ask. Wonder if they're going to give that yellow early on in the match. It's a yellow card early in the 4th minute with an attack that the Monsoon were formulating before. That was a whistle from behind from Sergio Montes while they were formulating that attack, and ended up being an early yellow. So there you have it, Capo in the books. Looking at two teams that struggle offensively. As you take a look at the replay, that was Montes on the contact from behind. And of course, you can't exactly do that. Well, there's an attack afoot. Never a smart idea to foul from behind. So go back to Capo. Capo playing the 5-3-1 formation. Excuse me, 5-4-1 formation. That one, that's better said. Earlier, USL League 2 Capo FC won in a scorching 8-1 match against Coachella FC, another first-year team in USL League 2. Capo from Nisa looking to be on the win column as well, trying to make it a good day here in San Juan Capistrano and here in Orange County. Not entirely sure what happened there. Miscommunication to Alexander Tejeda, who is the striker here today. And there goes Gus Chavez. Chavez over the ball. Chavez still looking around, trying to escape his mark, looking for some additional help. There goes Chavez. Chavez trying to push through that the wing, gets into the position, gets into the right wing, and there's going to be a whistle. Very close inside of the box. Take a look at it right there. The pressure coming right there. Pressure was coming from Christian Ortiz. And you want to talk about right outside of the box? Literally right outside of the box. Just by a feet or two. Trying to see where he's going to dump it. And right now formulating a two-man wall here for Arizona. The whistle is blown. This one's up. And another blown opportunity here for Capo FC. That was Daniel Segal, former USL League 2 player for Capo FC. A couple of players that were on the USL League 2 roster are also on the NISA roster. Capo continuing with that high pressure, looking for those free balls, a style that Coach Pete Carey really instills in any of his levels. With Capo growing to NISA going into this year, well, I mean, on the women's side as well, they're growing, and they're looking to get into the women's USL League 2 next year. You also have the Nisa Nation, Capo FC, through ball that could look pretty dangerous. Lands perfectly spotted there for Arizona. There's a cross off of the shoulder, no worries. We'll give it another go here for Arizona. That is Ortiz. Ball goes back to Ortiz. Ortiz still looking around, trying to give that cross. Still trying to stay on sides, and a poorly contested shot by Arizona. Tell you what, If they pulled the trigger much better on that, it would have been a true test against Nate King. Just got to put a little more frijoles on that shot if you're Arizona. Here's a set piece, and that'll be Montes. Getting to talk to head coach Carlos Padilla for the Monsoon. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. A 2v1 that does go in favor of the Monsoon. This will be a goal kick for Derek Hatcher. Talking to Coach Padilla. Asked them about what it's been like in their first year here in the National Independent Soccer Association, and really emphasized them loving the professional experience, the learning experience that it's been all year round, and the difference in it's just the competition level. The pace, it's quicker, players are stronger, the game of soccer is faster. You just have to keep up with it. With it, both of these franchises, it's being their first year. I mean, both coaching staffs learning as each match goes. I mean, a lot of franchises in the National Independent Soccer Association have already been in this level for a couple of years now. I mean, the LA Force have been here for a while. The Savannah Clovers, I mean, they've been around the block. Michigan Stars, Maryland Bobcats. All faces, all franchises that have definitely been in the league for quite some time. A long through ball. Hit by Giancarlo Canas-Jarquin. No worries there for the defenders for Capo. Still trying to work it here. Daniel Segal. Going with the left wing, the left flanks. Trying to slow things down. A lot of white kits, a lot of attention there. Swiped away by the Monsoon. Here come the Monsoon. Pushing forward. I think at the end of the day, for both of these teams, just trying to put up a good showing, as both have been playing some pretty solid football. Especially the match that Capo played last week against the Force looked really good. Being able to keep up with a very strong contender in the West Coast in the LA Force. And Nate King, no problems on that stop inside of the box. Look at where the set piece goes, straight to Nate King. No threat, really. It was Jordan Martinez who had the start last week against the Force. And so Nate King being back in business. Long through ball. Wasn't able to connect. All right, Capo deciding to press the restart button. Trying to see where the space is at. Definitely looking at a whole lot of space there for Sterling Russell over here on the right flanks. Staying really persistent on the left. I'm talking with Carlos Padilla, head coach for Arizona Monsoon. Definitely mentioned about the new faces in the organization, talking about the commitments, the fighting, the fight that the Monsoons show on a match-by-match basis. Loose ball, Hatcher he will come up with it. Have to get rid of it quick, though. Got to get rid of it. And he does just that as Capo came pretty close on a steal and a possible scoring threat. So far, so good for both of these teams. Into the 12th minute of the match so far. They've been pretty locked down. Haven't really seen any threatening shots. Still trying to figure each other out with the amount of matchups these two have had. And this will go back to Arizona. You look at some of the schedule before that. See the whistle right there from behind against Capo. I mean, the first matchup between these two seems like such a long time ago, April 20th. Little more than 2 months ago. It was a match here in San Juan Capistrano, which was a 1-1 draw. That would be the only draw that Capo would have against the Monsoon. Very next matchup, it would be Capo 3-2 win over Arizona Monsoon. But, I mean, 3-2? I mean, you got to talk about the closeness of that match. Just goes to show you how close these two organizations go. As talking about the Monsoon, there they go, the cross and stopped. Going the wrong way. Got to get rid of it. Get it out of the box. Stays with the Monsoon. And there goes Capo. Capo. Long through ball. There we go. Shot and a rejection. Derek Hatcher was able to come up on a much needed save. The cross, a little through ball. Then the shot came inches away. Sims was right there to be able to come up with a great quality shot. Says he's going to come up with another opportunity, but this time with a corner kick. This one is up. Headed. Off the mark. Marco Cervantes. Take a look at this replay again. Great spot for a corner, and Cervantes trying to get the header right over Austin Cuevas. So big sigh of relief here for Arizona. They are able to keep this match scoreless. And that's been something that Capo has struggled with, just putting that finishing touch, the creativity aspect of things. I mean, they really do get creative. They get creative. They find these, set up the team. Or some great-looking offensive attacks, but when it comes down to the final blow, can't seem to get the job done. If you look at some of the league stats, Capo second to last in scoring. Arizona, they are last in scoring. The two teams that struggle to get the ball in the back of the net, as there's the cross headed out by Capo. Arizona trying to keep it here and trying to maintain an offensive touch. Dumping that one in the box. No worries. Let's go ahead and restart. Jaden Gonzalez. There's going to be one thing. Arizona, try to keep the ball, try to maintain an offensive possession, make the most out of this touch. Move the ball around, see where the space is at. Now Capo moving very well. Really making it tough here in the midfield. Able to get the ball through there. There's the pass you were looking for. Able to get a little forward progress. Still looking. Going with the right wing. Still trying to push forward. Trying to get down. That looked like a shot. Trying to get one off. And Capo able to put a foot in front of that one. And that's going to still stay. And that's going to sail wide right. I mean, just excellent recipe that Arizona drew up there. He came a second away from being able to get the ball in the back of the net. Goal number 6 on the year for the Monsoon. The momentum starting to shift a bit. Arizona doing what they can. Hang on to the ball a little more. Capo, they were the one that started off with the ball. Had more of a possession percentage. Capo, no whistle, play on, and the flag is going to go up. All of the defenders already knew that one. Getting a little too ahead of themselves there for Capo. It's a pretty easy call to be made. More pressure here for Capo. That'll be a throw in. We'll go for Capo. Sterling Russell. Going back to the center back. Ornelas. Little through ball. Able to connect. Back over to Ornelas. Ornelas, long through ball and very much overcooked. Looking for Wush Chavez. Was trying to look for some action coming from Sterling Russell. Also been playing a little more deeper than his normal position, trying to be more of an offensive help. Arizona playing it quick, very quick on that right wing. Able to make anything of it there. Fans, you guys can cheer on your favorite NISA club all season long by visiting Passage, the official ticketing partner of NISA. Find tickets for NISA matches at tickets.nisasoccer.com. No score here from San Juan Capistrano, California, here at J. Serra High School. Getting into the 20th minute of the match. Alex Naveca with you all. Pleasure to be a part of your Saturday night wherever you may be. As Capo looking for a way to try to sweep the series right about now for USL League 2. And along with trying to get the job done here in the National Independent Soccer Association. After taking care of business this week for NISA, well, they're going to be taking a bit of a break from NISA action as NISA, along with a couple of other amateur soccer leagues, will be participating in the 2024 NISA Independent Cup. This is a presentation of Zara. NISA announcing the 2024 NISA Independent Cup format, regions, pro clubs to take on amateurs from the first kick. I'll go back over to Hatcher, but the officials trying to say, hey, that's it, that's enough. Right there from behind from Capo. Set piece. So looking at the East region, you have Georgia FC taking on against UMA FC. They'll be taking note against over there in the UPSL. Georgia. Winner will take on Golden Ball. It'll be UPSL Chesapeake, Virginia. And the Maryland Bobcats FC taking on against Alloy SC. That'll be over in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Winner of that matchup will play against Nova FC. It's a USL League 2 opponent in Leesburg, Virginia. As far as the Great Lakes region, it'll be Michigan Stars FC taking on against Inner Detroit. That'll be over in Detroit, Michigan. The winner will play against Pass FC. That'll be at Grand Rapids, Michigan. Trying to come up with this offensive touch here for Capo FC and stopped very quick against Arizona. And the winner of Dakota Fusion FC and Laura FC take on against the winner FC Milwaukee Torrent. That is an NPSL franchise from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Trying to fight it out here. A little too much contact, and they're going to say it goes back over to Capo. This There's a lot of tussling going on right there. Arms tangled up all over the place. That was Marco Cervantes. Definitely getting tangled up with Yahira Gonzalez. And over at the Pacific region, Capo FC against Albion Silicon Valley. That's going to be taking place over at San Mateo, California. The winner will play against Olympiacos, California, in Huntington Beach. Irvine Zeta FC taking on against Bay Area United. That's going on in Richmond, California. The winner will play against Silicon Valley Rush over in San Jose. Talk a little bit more about the Southeast region and the West Coast region in just a moment as the Monsoon trying to come up with a recipe for success. And whistle, and they say it's going to be a set piece just right outside of the box for Arizona. It'll be a pair of players hitting the deck, one each. Look at the replay with the foot being stuck out right there by Capo's own Marco Cervantes. They're starting to get on their feet. Came pretty close to a Monsoon PK. There's a very promising, and there is a yellow card being issued to Capo, and that is to Marcos Cervantes on the yellow card. So that's the second yellow card. It's a very good spot here on the free kick for Arizona Monsoon. Jesus Ruiz. Staying close. Could be Ruiz that's going to come up on this shot. Ruiz or Ricardo Velasco. Velasco. Or could even be Cesar Morquecho. Set piece. Wide left. Nothing to show for it. Look at the replay again. That is a 6-man wall. And Naking, no sweat, no troubles. Just let that one sail out. So very quickly to finish up these last regions here in this Independence Cup. It's the Southeast region with Club de Lion FC versus AS Frenzy over at Sanford, Florida. Winner of that one will play against United Soccer Alliance over at Orange Park, Florida. And Savannah Clovers FC playing against Kalanji Profile. That'll be over at Lawrenceville, Georgia. Winner of that one will play SC United Heat. 2v1 in that right corner. Monsoon moving the ball. And again, booted out by Arizona. Nothing to show for it. Not the best quality of shots here for Arizona. It's finishing things off here in the West Coast region. The Monsoon will be taking on against SC Union Maricopa over in Glendale, Arizona. Winner of that one will play Indios Denver FC over in Denver, Colorado. And the LA Force will take on against Laguna FC over in San Francisco, California. Winner of that one will play against Lobos FC from West Covina, California. Gotta win 2 matches to be able to win your respective region, as winners of round 1 matches will play the weekend of July 14th. Regional championships slated for the weekend of July 28th. You guys can catch all the action on NISA Plus. That's on nisasoccer.com. You guys can catch any of the NISA action that's going on the site. All right, here comes Capo. been a little while since we've seen a formulated attack. Not out of the woods. There they go. Arizona able to boot that one out of the box. And there's some contact from behind. That's an easy yellow card. Definitely has to be in the books. So Alexander Tejeda being charged on the yellow card, and yeah, that's an easy one to call. I think you guys can all make a call as well and had a reaction watching this replay. So first yellow card in the books here for the Monsoon. Capo have 2 players in the books with yellows. Daniel Segal has been pretty good with these set pieces this year. Going with looks like a 3-man wall now. Start off with 4, now with 3. Segal looking around where to go with this set piece. Segal launched up high, was trying to aim for that top left corner. Little overcooked there for Daniel Segal. As far as him trying to aim for that top left corner. Going the other way. And while we're on the topic about the Independent Cup, here's a quote from the NIC tournament director, Matt Morris, quoting, "This year's tournament will be a very exciting one just from the format alone. One of the key objectives is for amateur clubs to get a better sense of what it takes to perform like a professional organization both on and off the pitch. What better way than for there to be more face-offs with the NISA clubs?" Some great exposure here for teams coming from their respective leagues, from the UPSL, NPSL, you name it, NISA Nation. Very good exposure. Very good here for the Monsoon defensively. Capo have yet to put a dent on the scoreboard, and neither have Arizona Monsoon. Both have had an opportunity at least to be able to get the ball in the back of the net. Great looking shots. Arturo Chavez getting a little low, getting called with a contact foul. 21 amateur clubs and 9 NISA clubs matching up, which will begin on the weekend of July 6th. Initially just trying to finish up this last week of NISA action. There's a slide and a miss. Capo's going to keep it here. There's a through ball, and fortunately just not able to find Gus Chavez. That was Gus Chavez on that little through ball. Chavez looking for Sims. No whistle there, got to play on. There goes Sims, swinging it to the left wing. Stopped by Arizona, not able to dump that ball. They say to continue on. There was nothing on there for Dylan Shockey. Getting into the 32nd minute of the match, and still no score to show for it for both of these organizations. Early on in this match, so some pretty good looking offensive touches for both. Capo, they started off pretty strong with their offensive touches and maintaining possession of the ball, but now Arizona, they have started picking things up a little more and getting more touches of their own. Good ball movement here for Arizona. Still moving the ball around. A lot of navy blue kits, though. Still trying to preserve this touch. Capo really trying to stuff up the box, making it tough for Arizona to breathe. Switch up the pitch. Why not? See where the space is. Where to attack. Through ball. Still able to connect. Getting into the box. Back heel. Throw the dump. And it's Nate King charging for that one. And no problems for King. And got to say, the goalkeepers here for Capo FC, both very good. So if you go with Martinez or King, you're in good hands. Here is Arizona Monsoon. Arizona and coming up with the shots and just unable to put the finishing touch again. So both of these teams struggling on the same fronts and trying to get the ball in the back of the net. Good looking passes, moving the ball around intelligently inside of the box, but the strikers just cannot swoop in and put the finishing touches on. Looking at a quick recap here of match week number 12. Bobcats, they extend their winning streak to 7 matches. The Clovers and Stars draw. As there's going to be a yellow going against Capo. We'll definitely have to see the replay on that. Right there, the slide tackle. Time's going to be called on that yellow card in the 35th minute. A little too many yellow cards here for Capo FC. When you look at the teams with the most yellow cards, Capo came into this match with 11. Highest was both the LA Force and Club the Lion, with 19 yellow cards for each of those organizations. Here's a set piece, dumping it into the box as Capo heading this one out. Lifting it. Good work for Capo defensively, able to boot this in a long way, forcing it to go back to Derek Hatcher. I'm trying to put that pressure, being the lone striker for Capo, the only forward, as both teams rocking with the lone striker on the night. Bit of a different formation. The traditional 4-3-3 now being utilized here tonight. One more with that 4 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 1 striker type of formation. It's a clean slide tackle, no worries there for Sterling Russell. King dumping this one a long way. Was initially trying to look for Chavez. Chavez pretty involved in the beginning of the match, getting a couple of touches and was able to move the ball pretty intelligently, very smart. Fortunately, haven't been able to connect to Chavez a whole lot, but Symes, that's a body you're going to have to continue on to connect with. As there goes Symes trying to put that pressure. Chavez trying to keep this ball here. Just not enough pressure to be able to keep the ball there on their offensive side. There goes the Monsoon. And booted, deflected, stays here due to some of those deflections. There goes the Monsoon, the cross, and King. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Right now, pretty easy balls to handle here for both keepers. We've definitely seen more excellent saves from Derek Hatcher here tonight. I mean, Hatcher, big time saves. One in particular having to lay out completely to come up with a save to preserve this match from there being a score. Still having goose eggs up on the board. Both teams first years here in the National Independent Soccer Association, as the Monsoon starting off their first 3 matches on the road, playing all 3 other opponents in the West Conference, the LA Force, Capo, and Irvine Zeta. Then finally able to host 2 opponents at home in both Force and Zeta. Yet to win a match. Only been able to come in with a draw, as there is a Monsoon player that is slow to get up. Right there, the contact from behind. Looks like we're good to go. With the scheduling here, the way that NISA does things, in previous years, they had opportunities for West Coast teams to be able to play against East Coast teams. Now this time around, NISA deciding to choose to make it West versus West and East versus East. Right now it's 5 East Coast teams, 4 West Coast teams. Coach Padilla, I mean, with every match that they go into, the deeper into the season they go into, they continues to see some upward improvements. And the way this match has gone on so far, definitely has to be pleased with the way his team has been competing on the pitch. Cross, no one on the other end, cannot preserve it. Goes back to Nate King. As Hotel Planner is NISA's official hotel reservation partner. Fans can get discounted hotel rates to attend NISA matches, tournaments, or personal travel. Visit nisa.hotelplanner.com to book your next trip today. It is a 0-0 match, slowly creeping into the 41st minute. At the end of the day, Arizona would be okay with even just getting a point here on the road. Capo, I mean, would very much like to rebound from the L against the Force. A little too much contact. These officials really staying on top of the contact that is going on here. That is Symes that is trying to hype up his team. Hey, we've got to continue to play our match. We've got to continue to play our game. Hey, let's stay locked in. Stay locked in. Stay with our game plan. Inching closer and closer to our first goal. So after this match, well, the Monsoon won't be back into action until July 17th. Well, they'll continue to be on the road and play against Irvine Zeta. Looking for Symes, but flag's going to go up off sides. Chavez. Monsoon's having an official saying, nope, that's back there. Monsoon's trying to sell some more of that territory. So for the most part, Monsoon, looking at their previous matches this season, they have played Capo very strong. It's made it very tough for them to score goals, and they have definitely been able to score against Capo FC. Very slow start on the year against both the Force and Irvine Zeta. And there goes the Monsoons, and this will be a corner. Getting very close to the end of this first half, but the Monsoon, they are continuously looking for attacks. Last couple of series of offensive possessions. Giancarlo Ganas Carquin will be taking care of the corner. He will be on the left corner. Ganas Carquin putting this one up, very overcooked. Not what you had in mind. Going back over to Capo. I mean, it wasn't until June 2nd, to the beginning of this month, where Monsoon, this definitely was one of their top competitions that they put up against Irvine Zeta. It was a 1-0 final going in favor of Zeta. Being able to keep up with one of the strong organizations in the West Coast. Good ball, and Chavez was put to rest by Derek Hatcher. That was a good ball. You were almost thinking that flags were going to go up, and ends up being onside. Those are the type of balls you're going to have to look for if you're Capo FC. Cervantes. And again, a much different Capo FC team that is put here on the pitch due to a couple of injuries and players trying to come off of the bench and trying to give some minutes. Just one of those things, talking to Coach Pete Carey and mentioning that you just never know what you're going to get as far as on the matches. I mean, when his team shows up for training, for practice, everyone puts up a good show, great practice. But sometimes you could put up a good practice and not put up a good match. Or it could be vice versa. You could put up a bad training, bad practice, and you could have yourself a superb match. Not saying you should have bad practices so you can have good matches. Should be a balance of the both. We are well past the 45th minute of this match. Shouldn't be that much of stoppage time right after this 45th. Would definitely say maybe about 2-3 minutes. Already been through a minute and a half. Some pressure coming up as King, very smart move, able to get rid of it quick with the pressure coming in. And that's going to do it here for this first half. So we'll look at a scoreless first half, 0-0 here from San Juan Capistrano. As both teams having their fair share of opportunities offensively, but mighty fine goalkeeping by both Nate King and Derek Hatcher to keep this match scoreless. We'll step aside as it is halftime. We'll be back after this here from Goal Media. Welcome you all back inside of J. Sarah High School in the Lions Den here in San Juan Capistrano, California. Looking at a scoreless match right now, 0-0 between Capo FC and Arizona Monsoon FC. Alex Naveca with you all. It's a pleasure to be a part of your Saturday evening wherever you may be. And right now, Capo looking for a way to get the ball in the back of the net all match long. They have been hunting and looking, but really it's been Arizona that have been more of the eager and more of the determined team here tonight. They have been moving the ball very well, and they have had more offensive touches than Capo FC has tonight. So it'll be the Monsoon that will have the first touch here in this second half. And here we go. The ball will roll as we'll go ahead and start things off with already Capo on the receiving end of the ball as Chavez. And they'll see if that ball is going to stay here. Throwing for Arizona. Again, Arizona, they are on the hunt for winning their first match of the season. All they have on their belts has been one draw. That was a draw against Capo FC. Nothing really to show for the books here for Capo FC and for Arizona Monsoon. All they can show for are the yellow cards that were issued. Card to Symes, the 35th minute, and a yellow card to Sergio Montes. A yellow card to Alexander Tejeda. So Manny Kariuki coming into the match here for Capo. Cuevas throw in. Cuevas again. Cuevas over to Gianti. Capo trying to move the ball very intelligently. Ball ping-ponging it back and forth here in this one.
Dylan Chalky throwing for Capo FC.
And here comes Capo. First time on the offensive side here in the second half, and very easily stopped there for Arizona. Again, Capo staying persistent, trying to stay, getting into the box, and still a whole lot of traffic inside of the box, and nothing to show for it there, and was trying to make a case for a PK, but nothing. Derek Hatcher. Keep this one here. Capo. There's Zambrano. Swinging that one to the left flank. Cross attempt and stopped and blocked there for the Monsoon. Throw in here for Capo. Trying to get into the box. A little too crowded. Got to get the ball out as there is Segal. As we're giving the ball back over to the Monsoon. Cuevas trying to look around where to go. Capo trying to keep the ball here. Trying to fight it out. Loose ball. And gonna have to lift this one. That is Christian Ortiz. Defenders trying to keep this ball away from Capo on their offensive side. Still trying to duke it out. 3v1 goes over to Arizona. That's pretty tough to beat. Nobody on the other end of that through ball. Nate King asking for it. He said, I'll go ahead and take care of it. No pressure, no problems. I can hang on to it. Gives it over to Ortiz. Ortiz has a plethora of space to work with. Nobody pressuring. It's all good. That's the thing that Monsoon have been doing. They have not been pressuring Capo all that much here tonight. And offside going against Capistrano FC. Header and a tug of the jersey. This should be, he will be in the books. Can't be tugging the jersey there. And that's Manny Karaoke that is going to get called in the books. Just like that, starting this second half. And just like that, already in the books. And again, it's another yellow card for stopping a counterattack. Can't exactly stop when they're drawing up an attack. And it's a dangerous spot for the Monsoon. A very good spot. Could be dangerous if Capo cannot put a stop to it. Here it comes. Lifted. That one is off of the football uprights. Take a look at it one last time, and that one just off of the football field goal uprights. And if we were playing football, it would be good. You could put both hands up, and you can add 3 points on the board. But we're playing football here tonight. Capo just like that, already back in the offensive side of the ball. All right, and that's a long shot! Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Goal! El Gus Chavez! Definitely worth a replay right there. Chavez, volley, lifts it up, top left corner, golazo! El Gus Chavez putting the perfect amount of salsa, perfect amount of limon on the tacos, on the shot. Insane way to get the first goal of the match. No one's going to be more impressed by that than head coach Pete Carey. That one has some serious distance. Great work from the production crew on getting that replay and being able to show that one, but it just beautiful off the chest and just taking the shots, pulling the trigger. You never know. So a 1-0 lead with some style, some sauce for Capo FC. Gus Chavez. So now a much different match that'll be played. It'll be Monsoon having to play the catch-up game, and now Capo. They can either try to increase this lead or they can try to keep it in a match that goals have been tough to come by. Of course, if you're Capo, you have to be careful with the Monsoon and them busting the comeback and looking for the equalizer. They are definitely capable of doing it. They have done it in the past against Capo. Arizona trying to draw something up. Ball around. Easily stopped by Capo. Long shot. and was a second away from answering back. Look at the space that was provided here with this shot. Nobody around the neighborhood. Why not? You just never know. I mean, I don't even think Chavez knew he was going to get that one in the back of the net. It was just one that he wanted to dump into the box, and it resulted as the beauty that it was. That's got to be up there for for SportsCenter top 10 for tonight. One, got to get that one away. Kariuki on the ball. Kariuki, pressure. All right, there's Capo. 3v1. Little game of takeaway. Who's there for Zambrano? Zambrano's still trying to chase the ball. Zambrano. The ball is still good. Zambrano still has it. Through ball and just missing the spot. Was trying to look for Symes. And that'll go back over to Arizona. Whistle. Take a look at it again. Right there, the contact from Lowe. Little Chavez getting called with that whistle. Chavez not in the books here tonight. Two v two over there in the left wing. Really crowded. Got to get that ball out of that. So they do just that. And got a piece of that. And trying to press the restart button. Gianti able to do his job as the center back. Coming up with the space, coming up closer. Miscommunication on that. That's through ball. Trying to look for Symes. Hatcher able to back up the play. Trying to get the ball back into their offensive side. Karaoke. Back to Arizona. Still moving around there. Symes switching up the pitch. Looks pretty good so far. Needing some additional help, slowing things down. There's a cross, looking for Zambrano. Zambrano still with the ball. Zambrano, 2v2. Zambrano trying to go a little ole. Rejection. Corner kick coming up for Capo. Good marksmanship by Jesus Ruiz. Corner here for Capo. Symes corner kick coming up here in the 58th minute. This one is pumped up. Header! Stopped by Hatcher, but the flag is up. Looked pretty good before that whistle was blown. I mean, take a look at it again. Symes putting up all by himself. There's going to be another yellow card being issued away from the replay. Now Chavez officially in the books. It was just moments ago that he came up with a whistle that he didn't get marked in the books. Now, yellow card in the 58th minute. Too many yellow cards here tonight here for Capo FC. Have to definitely keep the emotions on check. Yellow for Cervantes, for Symes, for Chavez. Arturo Chavez, that is. Yellow card for Kariuki. Compared to Arizona Monsoon. Yellow card for Alexander Tejeda. Only yellow card here for Arizona. Last thing you need is to play with a man down for Capo FC. They had to play like that last week against the Force, which definitely led to 2 goals in that second half against the Force after that red card last week. Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Padilla tried to emphasize trying to get to the emotions here for Capo FC and try to get someone out of the match on their second yellow. Not just for Coach Padilla, but I would say just there on the pitch in general. Little joust for the ball. There was Shockey trying to fight for it, and he ends up losing that fight. Shockey trying to mark Ricardo Velasco. That'll be it for Arturo Chavez, and part of it could be the reason due to that yellow card.
Number 9, Parker Scalzo.
So here's Parker Scalzo, who is the leading scorer here in the Capo FC starters. Not only part of the starting 11 here, but as Coach Pete Carey decided to do here for tonight's match, deciding to give some of his normal starting 11 some resting minutes. So don't be surprised if you start to see some of the normal starters come off of the sidelines here for Capo. Now we see Scalzo. So he's dropping Arturo Chavez, who's a midfield player, and bringing in a forward Parker Scalzo, so we could possibly see more offensive weapons. And there's another yellow, and this is going to be on Symes, I believe. If this is on Symes, that's going to be it. That's it. They're bringing out the red. And now Capo, they're playing down a man. Contact from behind there for Symes. So now that is a red card, and guess what? For the second consecutive match here for Capo FC, they have to play with 10 men on the pitch.
Terrible.
So big time for Arizona, but as far as for Capo is concerned, now your only real remaining game plan is to play back. And there's going to be another yellow card. This is going to be against Capo. So Parker Scalzo, just like Manny Kariuki, his situation comes into the match, and just like that, already in the books with a yellow card. Things looking very different now here for Arizona Monsoon. Offensively, they're going to have more space to work with. Again, as I preach, not always the end of the world. Capo was able to score being short a man last week against the Force. So corner kick here for the Monsoon. Open this one up. And King will let that one go. So having to maintain this 1-goal lead here for Capo, so which means we're going to see difference in the formation. At the start, we had 4 defenders. Now possibly we'll see 5, just to be able to cover all of the defensive woes. Definitely going to see 4 players playing back here for Capo. Then at midfield, still sticking with the 4. So 4 defenders, 4 midfield players, and the lone striker is the way Capo is playing at the moment. They're starting to see some additional help by Ari Claro. If you're the Monsoon, when do you start to get to the point where you got to throw everything at Capo FC? So that'll be it there for Ari Claro. Claro will be out here for Capo.
Number 18, Ari Claro. And number 11, Pablo Martinez.
So we'll see a midfield player in Pablo Martinez that will be coming in. So Martinez will be coming in. Ari Claro as a defender, now bringing in a midfield player in Pablo Martinez. Trying to keep up with the crowded midfield for the Monsoon. There's the cross, trying to lift that one up, and no problems for Capo. Gotta be careful with that contact from behind. Chavez, he's not in the books. He's only in the scoring books for a goal scored, but there's a whistle against Capo. Contact from behind. Capo, physicality of their game starting to pick up. Got to be careful. I mean, the officials, they've put up their fair share of yellow cards here in this match, and they've already put in a red. So trying to keep the contact to a minimum. And definitely trying to let them know, hey, this is what is going to be accepted. This is what's not going to be accepted. Put this one up. Huge sigh of relief there for Capo. They came close. I mean, the flag came up, but I mean, just look at that. It was developing into a beauty for Arizona.
Number 2, number 16, Daisuke Otsuka.
So Daisuke Otsuka will be coming in place of Austin Cuevas. And Daisuke Otsuka, he is a midfield player, replacing a defender for a midfield player. Now getting the sense that Arizona Monsoon, they are going in. take off some of the defensive players for some offensive pieces here for the Monsoon. Trying to get some more attacking pieces there onto the pitch. Sacrificing some defense for some offense, and that's okay. Already with Capo being short a man, why not? Monsoon, they're on a mission. If they can get points on the road at this point, they'll definitely try to look for it, even if it's just one. First things first, have to score on Nate King. How do you do that? Nate King, very tough goalkeeper for Capo FC. They haven't really put a whole lot of pressure on King tonight. Not saying it's been a relaxing night for King, but definitely haven't put enough pressure on him. Going back over to the Monsoon. See 4 kits playing deep offensively. Good poke there. There goes Scalzo. Scalzo 3v1. That's tough to beat. Didn't have really any help except for Zambrano. Even then, having a 3v2, pretty tough to dissect. And not exactly sure where they were aiming for there. That was Ortiz. Trying to go down low. King lifting this one right at midfield. Another through ball. Successful stop. Zambrano to Segal. There is Scalzo. Scalzo trying to joust with Ruiz. Zambrano still trying to body up. Loose ball, who wants it? And it will be Ortiz. Still trying, lifting this one up. Got to bring it down. Got to continue on. Loving this little back and forth battle between the two. Nope. We want on that, the other side of the pitch. Nope. I insist. We're trying to push it the other way, but here is the Monsoon. Monsoon was looking pretty dangerous. A miscalculated pass. Now it appears that the official is going over to Carlos Padilla, the head coach, to Arizona. Not entirely sure what was brewing there. Almost thought maybe Padilla said the magic word to the official and he was going to mark him with a yellow, but no signals there. But a yellow is out. And it's Daniel Segal. Now it must have been Daniel Segal who said the magic word. So the yellow cards continue to stack up here for Capo as there is Segal. Hate to have a second yellow card and have a second man being out here for Capo. You're seeing a series of bodies hit the deck there, and it's King! Great stop. He's been doing that all match long. And now someone from the Monsoon is slow to get up. We saw a couple of players starting to hit the deck, and the officials are requesting for the physio to jump onto the pitch. You saw one body drop, then you're going to see the second, and you're almost about to see the third come in, but it resulted in a shot on target for the Monsoon. So a total of 8 yellow cards given here to Capo FC tonight. 1 for Cervantes, 2 on Symes, 1 on Segal, 1 for Montes, 1 for Arturo Chavez, for Parker Scalzo, and Manny Kariuki. And Only one yellow remains to be on Alexander Tejeda. Whistle by Scalzo. So it's Christian Ortiz who took the contact from Scalzo. And the Capo faithful letting the officials know, hey, didn't really see a whistle on our end, but I mean, of course, anything that's called against Capo, never going to be good. As there's a through ball, and it gets through Hatcher, and they're going to say no whistle. Official, he's still playing on it. Hatcher taking some of that contact, going inside of the box. So right there, Hatcher essentially collides with Pablo Martinez. This results in a corner kick. Martinez on the corner. Martinez trying to calculate where he's going to go. Puts his one up. Good spot! And are you serious? Again, it's a goal! Capo FC! Martinez, perfect spot on the corner, right there. The beautiful header right there for Capo. That is Manuel Kariuki on the header, coming off of the bench. Gets a yellow, but guess what? Avenges himself and makes it a 2-0 lead. And it's doing this with a man disadvantage. So Gus Chavez will be exiting the match. We do see Freddie Aguilar, who does check in for the Monsoon. Along with Carl Bursey. Very impressive here. It's not always the case. When you do have a disadvantage, doesn't always mean when you have a man of a disadvantage, doesn't always mean, well, that's it. Here we're starting to see more attacks here for Capo FC. Much more space on the pitch. You're able to see it there. Scalzo right there trying to get that one by. As Hatcher is able to come up with a brilliant stop. As Martasa Lutfi is on the pitch here for Capo FC in place of Gus Chavez. Lutfi is midfield player, replacing the lone striker Gustavo Chavez. Putting this one up, headed out for the Monsoon. Again, a great spot. Great corner kick there for Pablo Martinez. But now here comes the Monsoon on the counterattack. Gives it back over to Capo offensively. Looking for Scalzo. Scalzo! But he gets bodied up. So the Monsoon is able to stop the bleeding. It's almost looking like a very dangerous attack. Slowly getting into the 80th minute, and who would have guessed Capo FC, even after the second yellow card for Symes, would result in a second goal of the match. And there goes Scalzo. Scalzo staying on side. No problems for Scalzo at that second. There is Segal. Segal's going to give that one back. Why not? Give it back over to the defenders. Very overcooked. There was initially trying to look for Zambrano. Now the Monsoon have a whole lot of work to do here in the 80th minute of the match. 10 minutes plus stoppage time. You would think that having that man advantage, this looks really good, and that's an offsides. Waiting for that flag to come up.
Capo FC.
So you would think with the man advantage for Arizona Monsoon would be able to take advantage, and unfortunately it has not been the case. Let Nate King take care of this one. No. Good ball. Looking for Scalzo. Scalzo! And would very much would have loved to get a better quality shot off. To get a goal off of the bench, just as Kariuki was able to do. Good space, awareness. Good ball, it's a foot brace for the ball, getting it inside of the box, still looking for it. There's a shot. Came pretty close. It's almost a cross/shot, but take a look at it and going full head on heels, looking for that top left corner, and it will be a corner kick for the Monsoon. This one's up. Slapped away by King. Does his job. I mean, the hand that King was able to get on the ball, I mean, that was huge. Trying to put a stop to this attack. And Capo looking for a blank sheet. Haven't had too many of those this season. Going back over to Capo. Just taking a look at Capo's schedule and some of the results that they have had this year. In the third match of the season, they were able to blank the LA Force back on April 27th. In the meantime, that is the only match that Capo has been able to record a blank sheet. On the verge for getting number 2 on the year. There's a good ball. Being able to swoop up on now, and that is Shockey. Shockey with the ball. Nice little good ball. That lasted for a very quick second to Pablo Martinez. Trying to give it to Martinez. Still stays here. Still stays here. There is Martinez. Martinez out of the box. Too many white kits. Zambrano will take that. So now it's got to be Hatcher that's going to jump in. Try to get as many bodies on the other side of the pitch as possible. Headed this one back over to King. So from one keeper to another. King, of course, trying to burn the time, trying to burn clock. Trying to wave everyone off. Gonna see where he's gonna go. Time is definitely his best friend. Gonna go to Arizona. Couple of words, and there's a yellow card. Number 9 on the Knights now for Capo FC. Pablo Martinez is in the books now for a yellow card. Got credited for the assist to Manny Kariuki on the goal in the 77th minute. That was the second goal of the match. The first one came in the 52nd match by Gus Chavez. It was an absolute golazo. Has some serious distance on it. Was able to aim that ball off of the volley of his chest as King is going to keep that one. Hang on to it. Was able to pinpoint that one to that top left corner. You talk about the real estate agent's best friend. Location, location, location. Well, he definitely hit his spot on his location in that top left corner. Looking for Martinez. There is the Monsoon. Through ball. Who's going to be on the other side? Flag's going to come up. Offsides is the call. And moments away for Capo FC to be on the win column. Looking at the table here for Capo, they have not won a match at home. They have been referred to as the Road Warriors. All their wins this season have come on the road. At home, they are no wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. So they would very much like to do it here in this fashion. 2-0, 10v11. Love to do it in this fashion, and Coach Carey would have a whole lot of positivities to say. Maybe the only negative, the red card. Shot off the mark. This would be a goal kick, no corner. Very close to getting into the 88th minute with some stoppage time, and this is going to be another half with not a whole lot of stoppage time. It's going to come down to close down the match. Speaking of closing down the match, I mean, talking to Coach Padilla, I think he would very much love his team to do is play the full 90 minutes. Play the full 90 minutes. Try to close the match down for them. But right now, Capo close down the match, collect your points here at home, and win the first match here at home. We're in the halfway mark of the season, and after this match, well, Capo, they won't have to worry about playing a match till their very next one, July 20th. They'll be hosting Arizona Monsoon once again. Long through ball. It's a long set piece, excuse me. That was Eric Ornelas that was on that set piece, going straight to Hatcher. Now here comes Capo, just got to close it down. Hang on to the ball. Trying to look for Parker Scalzo. Scalzo was ready to go to the races. Good ball movement here for the Monsoon. There's Capo going back to the Monsoon, trying to come up with a shot, looking for some space. Not a whole lot of it here with Capo stuffing up the box. Going back to Capo.
Russell throwing for Capo FC.
So it will be somewhat, if you want to call it, a break here in NISA action, as we will focus on the Independent Cup. As there goes Scalzo running into a whole lot of traffic. It's a 3v1 once again, coming up with the cross and able to connect there with Zambrano, giving that one up. There is Shaki to Martinez to Zambrano. There is Scalzo trying to ping pong it back to Scalzo. Scalzo was looking for Zambrano. Just too many passes down low. Would have preferred a shot. And of course, Capo already on top by 2. Instead of just having the ball ping pong around in the box, would have been better to let one loose. So we're past the 90th minute. There is Zambrano. Zambrano getting the contact from behind. Zagal giving that one back over to King. King, why not? Burn the clock. Pressure's coming his way, though. There is Scalzo. See if they can look for a free ball. There's a free ball. There goes Scalzo. But flag is going to come up. Seeing quite a few offsides going against both of these teams here tonight. Hatcher will be in charge of this set piece, as Shaki was there to put some of the pressure. So this could be the last offensive touch here for the Monsoon. Dumping it inside of the box, looking for it. And this is going to be going back to Nate King. Slowly approaching the 92nd minute. Shouldn't expect too long of stoppage time. Switching up the pitch. There goes Capo. Now they come in and counterattacked, and it was stopped very quickly by the Monsoon. Again, another through ball over there on the right wing. Trying to find out Scalzo. Swinging a miss. There is Zambrano. Zambrano still with the ball. Zambrano trying to make Hatcher miss. Zambrano still in the box. Zambrano still with the ball and butchered away. Hatcher was able to come up with that stop. And this will be a corner kick for Capo. Hatcher doing everything that he could, trying to make himself small to try to come up with a stop against Zambrano. It appears is going to be Sterling Russell that's going to be on this corner now. Sterling Russell with a very soft corner kick, though, not even trying to dump it in the box. There is Segal. Again, going with Sterling Russell. Just trying to wave everyone off. Gives it to Martinez. Martinez getting cornered in that right corner. A lot of white kits. Going to go back over to Hatcher. Hatcher looking to play this one quick. They do have Bursey playing deep. Just hoping to be able to connect with Bursey. Now getting into the 4th minute of stoppage time. There's Bursey. Bursey still with the ball. Now gives it over to Zambrano. Zambrano trying to find Scalzo, and the flag is going to go up. was trying to make a case. Hey, I'm on sides. Just putting the hands up. Hey, come on. You got to give me that one. Go to the right wing. So these two organizations will go ahead and meet up once again on July 20th after the Independence Cup, as all 9 NISA organizations will have their hands full with competing in the NISA Independence Cup, giving them amateur teams some exposure, giving them some opportunities to be able to play some pro teams here in NISA. And that's going to do it, as you can put a W on the board for your Capo FC, as they will win their first match here at home with a final score of 2-0 over Arizona Monsoon. And I mean, a beauty from the distance right there by Gustavo Chavez in the 52nd minute, and the goal by Manuel Kariuki in the 77th minute, and they did that with being short a man here in this one. And Capo, they needed this blank sheet and they needed this win to be able to forget about it and keep it in the rearview mirror on the loss against the LA Force. Next match for these two, like we mentioned, July 20th, Capo FC against Arizona Monsoon FC, but we will have Independence Cup coverage in the next coming of weeks. We'll be stepping aside from NISA action for the next couple of weeks. Until then, on behalf of our production crew, I am Alex Naveca saying thank you so much for tuning into this one. It was a pleasure to be a part of your Saturday night. Have a good one, everybody. Buenas tardes, buenas noches, hasta luego y arriba, Capo FC here on Goal Media.